Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter. Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter, and welcome to Goldilocks Global Banking News. I am your host. Beautiful folks, let me tell you, it is now the time where Goldilocks is sharing more in-depth information about what is expected of foreign currency exchanges in the RV. Especially now we are moving into the end of this year and the new digital banking system is going live. Where countries around the world, which include Vietnam, Iraq, every country, whereby each country and their currencies, from which many of us hold, will be included in the new banking system and eligible to be able to move up in value, and their rates begin to move because of what's happening with tariffs, because of what's happening with gold. Let's jump right into what Goldilocks is sharing today. Several months ago, Goldilocks shared a pilot program where all the banks, all the central banks around the world, and as a reminder, it is the central banks that govern and control the currencies that we hold. It is the central banks that control the rates for the currencies we hold. Although supply and demand determines the ultimate rate, it is the central banks of those countries, of those currencies, that allows whether that currency to move up or to keep it the rate that it is. So now we have what's called Project M-Bridge, that Goldilocks shared about this in this pilot program months ago, where all of the central banks, including the Central Bank of Iraq, including the Central Bank of Vietnam and Venezuela, and every country tested their banking systems and their currencies in the new banking system, this new digital banking system, in preparation for it, so that when the new system was finally ready, then all of the rates for the currencies would be able to move into their true values accurately. Now, what Goldilocks is sharing is that Project M-Bridge, which is a blockchain, the new digital banking system platform, they're now promising to transform foreign currency exchanges, because it will now enable real-time exchanges, instant settlements of the exchanges. Many countries such as China, Hong Kong, Thailand, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and others have already tested the system. They're all connected to many of the countries for the currencies we hold. There are 4 major agencies, ladies and gentlemen, that oversee the revaluation of all the currencies. Number 1 agency, United States Treasury. Number 2 agency is the World Bank. Number 3 agency is the Bank of International Settlements. Number 4, the International Monetary Fund. This Project M-Bridge is from the Bank of International Settlements. And they have used this system to test completely and successfully instant foreign currency exchanges. And it has integrated with the SWIFT system, which is the existing bank system for all banks around the world. Folks, without this, there will be no currency exchanges. Couldn't be in the new banking system, but it's already been tested. This innovation could level the playing field for global currencies by diminishing the US dollar's role in dominance. Where currently 88% of Forex transactions are denominated in the US dollar. And as for those of you who've been following Goldilocks and the Trump administration that spoke directly about the RV, the US dollar must begin to get weaker so that these foreign currencies can begin to get stronger. That is where we are able to exchange those currencies with their stronger rates because the US dollar is getting weaker. Economically, this Project Enbridge, it fosters equilibrium, the leveling of the playing field. Remember in 2017 when the reporter asked President Trump what he will do to stop the devaluing of currencies, his exact response was, I will level the playing field. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Project Enbridge by the Bank of International Settlements, one of the four major agencies that oversee the RV. They are leveling the playing field. The IMF analysis suggests that all platforms prepare themselves. What Goldilocks is sharing is that the Enbridge ledger for foreign currency exchanges, it's high speed, private, central bank control, blockchain, instant foreign currency exchanges, instant transactions. See, folks, there is going to be a bridge. Speaking of Enbridge, there must be a bridge to bridge the gap between the currencies we hold, the countries we hold and their currencies, and the currencies that we will exchange into. So, for example, if you're in the United States and you have Dinar or you have Dong, in order to exchange your Dinar or your Dong or whatever currency you have into the US dollar at the bank, there must be a bridge from the Dinar to the US dollar, a bridge from the Dong exchange into the US dollar, a bridge, a technical electronic bridge in the banking system, a new bridge, Enbridge, which is the name, has allowed it to happen. See, the eastern part of the world where many of us have our currencies, have invested currencies in the emerging markets, they have their own bridge. BRICS system has a bridge called BRICS Pay. China has CNY. Russia, digital ruble. Brazil, PIX. These bridges connect to other bridges in the western part of the world in the banking system to allow our exchanges. Here in the West, we have SWIFT. We have CHIPS, which is the clearinghouse interbank payments. We have FedWire, FedNow, Visa, MasterCard. These bridges, see, our bridges and their bridges needs a bridge in the middle to connect them. That's ISO 222. You can think of it as the old bridge connecting with new bridges for new destinations, for new currency rates. New bridges with new destinations for new currency rates. These are the names and the systems I just mentioned. SWIFT, CHIPS, BRICS Pay, PIX. These are the systems that there must be a universal language and communication between these bridges which allow and enable our foreign currency exchanges in the new banking system. These systems are now in their final stages of completion and ready to move forward. Enbridge is the gateway to the de-dollarization or the weakening of the dollar, which President Trump, his administration, made it very clear in writing and stated for the revaluation of currencies, the U.S. dollar had to get weaker. Right now, the U.S. dollar is getting weaker. Gold is getting stronger. And the foreign currencies from which many of us hold, getting stronger. See, Enbridge, which has allowed this connectivity in the new banking system, to the new rates that are coming down the pipe, Enbridge went into its testing phase in 2021 from China, Thailand, UAE, and Hong Kong. I'm laughing about Hong Kong because I joke about all the clowns talking about planes flying to Hong Kong and all these people coming to Hong Kong, documents signed, people. Really? But anyway. But Hong Kong did play a role in testing the new system. And these pilot programs, they were very successful. Pilot progress is what they called it. Trillions of dollars in foreign currency exchanges were tested in the bridging of these systems. See, folks, I'm not sure if you're aware, but did you know? I'm just going to ask a question. Did you know that the revaluation of currencies around the world would happen in the new digital banking system, a new technical advanced system? What was your thoughts of how the RV was? I mean, what goes behind it? What goes into the details of it? It's like, you drive a car. You get over a certain, 3,000, 5,000 miles. You need to get the oil changed. You need to get your tune up at a certain time. Brake fluid changed. Transmission fluid. Sometimes you just need a flush. But this maintenance to keep the vehicle running properly. But if it gets to a point where no matter what you do, it's just the car just doesn't run smoothly. It barely starts up. It doesn't run. It's not as efficient as it used to be. It's time to get a new one. The old banking system, folks, after so many years of patching up and changing its loops and tubes, and it's time for a new system. Enbridge has bridged the gap into the new system, like getting a new car. So like a new car is more efficient when it runs than an old, dusty, busty one, the new banking system will be more efficient. That'll include faster, more efficient foreign currency exchanges. Countries around the world, every last one of them have been preparing for this. Every last one of them have been repatriating or getting their gold back for many years into their banks in preparation for the revaluation of currencies to back their currencies with gold and other commodities, precious metals. Enbridge has allowed it. Goldilocks is finally stating that with BRICS, which is they have the new payment system that is emerging that will connect BRICS to every country around the world. When you think of BRICS, don't think of an adversary. of nations. There are no real adversaries when you are coming into wealth of nations. We're not politicians running for office. We're individuals looking to do the right thing for ourselves and our family. The new system enables the right thing to be done by the new rates, so that because humans will no longer control the value, the rates on these currencies. The human manipulation to devalue the dong, devalue the dinar, devalue all these currencies will not be able to exist in the new banking system, the new digital banking system, because the technology will accurately lodge the rates based on supply and demand in the open market. This is why many of the wealth management firms are preparing many of our members for what is coming, because they are also a part of implementing the technology of Enbridge and others in preparation for the revaluation of global currencies. Although you may not care to know, again, what's involved with the RV, at least you have an idea now that what it takes for the RV to happen, it's very detailed. Just imagine over 180 countries around the world all shifting to a new system, which needs new rates, new protocols. Each country having to have changed their laws, their ideologies, to prepare for the new. They've done it. Don't think because you've waited this long, whether it's been long or not, and don't think that you've made it this far for naught. You've made it this far because this is your destiny. This is your blessing. This is what you were born for. Don't give up. Stay grounded. Stay in a place of unconditional love. You'll make it. We love you, folks. Ciao.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.